My wife and I drove up. We really were enchanted by what we saw. And as we looked out at the river, we just thought this was a place that we might enjoy spending time. My first trip to Yosemite was when I heard that the Rapids Motel was for sale. I knew nothing about anything to do with restaurants or hotels, but I did know that my family and I wanted to make an investment somewhere, and that this seemed like something that we could probably get into. So we made that purchase April 15th, 45 years ago. So that was our beginning, actually, and we got off to a bit of a rocky start. We hired a manager who quit several weeks later, and we ended up having my wife, who was pregnant at the time, come up to manage the property. The housekeepers that were there left. The maintenance man went on to another job, so my wife was running a 12-room hotel when she was 7.5 months pregnant. All of us had jobs that had to be maintained in order to survive, so we ended up sending her the best help we could, my 10-year-old and 12-year-old sister. So the three of them ran the hotel for about 90 days. But in that trial by fire, if you would, we did decide several things. One, that we really liked the area, and that we thought hospitality had some possibilities for us. And then over the next 15 years, we bought up the adjoining properties and expanded to where we are today. One of the interesting things about how we moved forward on that, we were gathered as a family talking about what these rooms should be like, and said, well, we knew that a lot of people like decks on the river, and we knew that some people wanted kitchenettes. And as it happened that day, it was during the World Series, and my father was anxious to get on with the game. And he said, listen, why don't we just give every room a kitchenette, a fireplace, and a balcony, and we can get on with what's really important and watch the game. When we first took over Cedar Lodge, we actually camped outside as a family. We would drive up every weekend, and we were basically gutting the existing rooms down to, in some cases, to the studs and rebuilding them. For many of the buildings at Cedar Lodge in particular, all of the work was done by family. My parents retired from their first jobs at the age of 55 and came up and became the managers of Cedar Lodge, which they were to do for 12 years. While they were there, they, along with my 5 children and my wife and I, shared the same home. We took our meals together, worked together, and lived together every summer, and those were wonderful times for me, for my siblings when they came to visit, for my children every day. We would start the mornings loading luggage in and out for the buses. We would end the day after we did our regular work by my mother and my wife would be preparing dinner, and my children and my father and I would go out and do laundry until dinner was served. Yosemite is an area that has always had its challenges. To be in the middle of nature is to experience it, sometimes to its glory and sometimes to its detriment. Here at Yosemite View Lodge, where we enjoy being alongside the river, there's certainly risks attached to that. The big flood, as we refer to it, in 1996-97, actually did over $3 million worth of damage here at the View. One of our buildings was undermined to the point that you could have put a rail car underneath it, and we had to cut holes in the floor, pump sand underneath to bring it back up and level it. That same flood undermined the restaurant to the point that we had to demolish it. Because there were limitations and we needed to have a restaurant, that led us to remodel what was Faith Haven's manager's quarters into what's now the restaurant. So, with every challenge came opportunity. As a family growing up, a large extended family, we've tried to allow for some things so that when families come up, they can enjoy it. At Yosemite View Lodge, as an example, we have 4 swimming pools. 1 indoor, so if people want to keep the small children from getting sunburnt, they can enjoy that. Many of our rooms sleep 5 and 6 people comfortably. We've added the kitchenettes so they can eat in the room and not have to go out for every meal. This year we're opening up a free play game room, and we're also adding new trails here at Yosemite View Lodge. We've got a river pathway that is accessible for those that are handicapped, so you can actually take a stroll along the river with someone who's in a wheelchair. We've added picnic areas. We have an area for your pets to walk around. Pets are welcome here at Yosemite View Lodge. We also have some vacation homes that open up the options even further. We have a house alongside the Merced River where you literally walk off the deck and can be in the river that sleeps 12. We have another one high on the hill with incredible views that will sleep 10 to 12 people. So there's a terrific range of opportunities for guests that want a varied experience when they stay with us. Yosemite has been a powerful binding factor for our family. My family and I have owned and operated businesses in Mariposa County for 45 years. 45 years later, one of the best parts of being here was to sit down alongside this incredible view and just kind of soak it in and say how lucky we are to be a part of it.